Hello, everybody. My name is Plain Rocky, and welcome to the beginning of our Hitman 3, or World of Assassination trilogy. Let's play. So to begin, we are learning the basic controls with movement. So let's go ahead and walk around for a bit. As you can see, he goes very slow, but if you hold LB while using left stick, you can run. So let's run up to the objective.
Follow the lights, please.
Okay.
Majestic, isn't it? I'm Diana. I'll take you to your quarters.
Someone likes to keep secrets.
Secrets are our stock and trade. Besides, from what I hear, you have a few of your own. I'm not like you, in case you're wondering. I'm in the Handler program. Agents and handlers work in unity. You know the expression, know your enemy? Well, that part is my job.
Knowing your enemy is only half the victory.
I know. You also need to know yourself. I'm working on it. I read your case file. Impressive work. Hardly textbook, but I suppose field work never is. Tell me, what did it feel like, taking lives?
Random. Disordered.
Is that why you came here? Why you let us test you?
Maybe I'm not the only one being tested.
Well, we are here. Basic training starts at 0600 hours. I should leave you to prepare.
Are you sure about this?
I am.
There are no second chances, Miss Burnwood. Not here.
I choose him.
May I inquire why? A blank slate? Antisocial? Apathetic and unresponsive? No doubt the boy shows promise, but...
Perhaps I see possibility where others see limitation. Isn't that what a handler does, sir?
We'll see. Anyone can kill Miss Burnwood. He still remembers nothing?
If he does, he's not sharing.
We will check up on his story. The hospital in Romania. In the meantime, keep him under close watch.
Welcome to Advanced Mission Training. This operation originally took place in Sydney. The target was Calvin Ritter, infamous cat burglar, also known as the Sparrow. You will need to infiltrate the yacht, isolate and eliminate your target, and exfiltrate, all without arousing suspicion. And remember, as an ICA agent, you are the most dangerous person in any room. But blunt force will get you nowhere in this business. And a true assassin never calls attention to himself. Good luck, Initiate.
And here we
As
arrive
previous
to our
tests
first
have
level.
established, you exhibit an unusual level of enhanced sensory perception. Use your instinct now to sense the position and movement of people around you and identify your target.
Alright, so as I was saying, we arrive at our first level, which is the guided training mission. And right now it's in the tutorial, so let's go ahead and hold RB. And right there we see our target. So in this mission, it's the basic tutorial, having you go through the entire mission, but in a guided way. So it's going to be a basically long tutorial.
Sir, you can't go through here.
As
Please turn around.
suspected, security won't allow you on board in your current outfit. We should avoid confrontation and look for another way in.
So as she just said, if you try and go into an area where it's
The mechanic is in your way. Sneak up and...
Alright, so as I was saying, if you try and go into an area that is trespassing, the guard will usually tell you to leave and get out of the area. But if we subdue this guy, which is pressing X and mashing it,
subdue him quietly.
we can disguise ourselves as the mechanic.
You put on his clothes. That's a first. Might just work, though.
People do tend to see uniforms, not faces. Be cautious, though. Some people are more observant than others.
Not bad, Initiate.
So as you can see, when you subdue people, you can take their disguises, and certain disguises can get you into certain areas. And you hold B to drag a body and do many other things. And
They won't find him anytime soon.
you hold B to hide the, or not B, you hold Y to hide the bodies. And with that, we're going to go ahead and leave this bathroom and go into the area that we need to go. As you can see, it's telling us to pause, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and unpause, since nothing's really happened.
This particular uniform should get you access through the staff entrance. Just act normal.
Yes, and with this, we're introduced to one of the first mechanics in the game, Enforcers. These guys are marked with dots on their heads, and if they get too good of a look at you, they will become suspicious and follow you around. And if you are in their view for too long, they will know that you are not normal, they will report you, and you will become hunted, which we will see later at some point, as I will demonstrate what I'm talking about.
Hold on. That mechanic with his back turned? He's what we call an enforcer. He knows his crew and he'll see right through your disguise, so stay out of his line of sight. Right, now for the tricky part. Start by locating your target. Intel suggests he's around the bar area.
Mr. Mechanic.
You're in. Well done, Initiate.
Yes, so we are now approaching our first target of the game.
That is your target, Mr. Ritter. Unfortunately, the place is crawling with witnesses. I suggest you follow him, see if you can't isolate him.
Hello there.
So now we are introduced to another mechanic, target patterns. As you can see, the target is walking
This is gonna
upstairs.
be messy if we let the mechanics through here, so
To be expected,
go back.
Ritter's private deck is off limits for mechanics. If assimilation is the name of your game,
Alright. And now we are introduced to another mechanic, throwing items,
you'll need a better
which we will
disguise.
demonstrate soon. So, you hold LT, you lock onto a target, and you press RD to throw.
Well, that's gonna leave a mark. Good thing we have insurance.
One thing to know, if you're very new to this game, once you hide a body, you can disguise as whatever disguise the person is wearing it, if they have a disguise you can put on. So do not worry, you do not have to disguise first and hide the body. You can hide the body and disguise first. So let's disguise as Yacht here real quick. And
Okay. Unlike mechanics, the cabin crew is allowed upstairs access. I see what you're getting at. Very unorthodox. I like it.
so now that we're disguised as Yacht crew, we can go upstairs.
The target's private deck. Now we're getting somewhere. Ah, but according to Intel, Ritter is...
So most of the targets in this game are also enforcers, as they know who works for them. So we're going to be introduced to a mechanic later, like in about like a couple of seconds, where we have a way of countering this.
another enforcer who picks his own cabin crew. So tread carefully.
Now we are introduced.
Blending in, I see. Well done, Initiate.
We're introduced to the blending mechanic, where you blend into certain spots as certain disguises, and what happens is any enforcer that you had before is completely null and void. They will not become suspicious of you at any point, and you can basically just stay here for as long as you want, as long as no one sees you and becomes suspicious of you. Which we now have to wait and observe the target. There are many quicker ways of doing this mission in the next version of it, but in the meantime we have to follow this guided training and go
Mr.
through it.
Norfolk, so good of you to fly down. Can I offer you a drink?
Oh, no thank you. No. Not before 6. My wife is very insistent about that rule.
My sympathies. So, excellent timing. I just had the computer set up in my office. Shall we?
Yes, please. Lead the way.
Nice impression. If we win, you can fix me a drink. Anyway, sounds like Ritter is about to have a private meeting with the gentleman in white. This could be useful.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. So now we have to follow the target to this private meeting of his, but we will soon encounter this roadblock right here.
No sailors, please. Don't make any
Clearly,
trouble.
Ritter doesn't want to be disturbed. Try sneaking round the back.
So now we have to. So now we're introduced to like some aerobics you can do in this game.
Got the blueprints. Most impressive.
People get what they pay for, Mr. Norfolk, and you paid for the best. Here, I'll pull the files for you. Not my usual scene technology. Most of my clients are art collectors. So what is it anyway? Some type of reactor?
Well, not just a reactor, Mr. Ritter. It's more of a
Wait for
revolution.
it.
50 years ahead of its time, maybe even more, maybe 75 or 100. I don't mean to boast, but whoever makes it to market first with this reactor will become the king of the world.
Well, I'm rooting for you.
Now is your chance. You
So now we are introduced to the inventory mechanic. It's not really a mechanic, it's more of just a basic function. This is your inventory selection screen. As you can see right now, we only currently have 3 things on us, and the other 2 things besides the wrench are your fiber wire, which counts as a melee kill, and a ICA-19, a silenced pistol. It's pretty much your baseline weapon. We would get introduced to a lot more weapons and pistols as we go on through the levels, but for now, I think I'm just going to use the fiber wire since this thing is pretty good.
use your silent pistol,
Oh, never mind. I guess I have to use the silenced pistol.
or the client will notice.
Both being in reverse.
So we shoot him,
Your target
and we
is down.
leave.
Now head calmly towards an exit.
Now we leave. So that's pretty much how the gist of Hitman goes. You
The red
go
color
in,
marks
you
your
infiltrate.
exfiltration point. Simply push the button and you're in the clear.
Alright, so like I was saying, you go in, you infiltrate, you eliminate the targets, and you exfiltrate with certain exits.
Advanced mission training complete. And may I say, elegantly done, Initiate. I guess my hunch was right about you. I look forward to the final test.
How did you know?
I told you he had talent.
His stats are off the charts. Such skills and reflexes. They could only be the result of previous training. Power like that, with no moral restraint, he could be dangerous.
I thought that was rather the point, sir.
All agents have weak spots, Miss Burnwood. Pressure points to keep them in check. But this one... Perhaps it would be better to just...
Give me a chance, sir. Give him a chance. I will take full responsibility.
Very well. It's your show.
Welcome back, Initiate. As an ICA agent, every challenge you face can be overcome in multiple ways. Complete this exercise again, this time attacking it from a different angle. Vary your strategy. Improvise. We will be watching.
So as you can see, now we have to do the freeform training, which is essentially the same mission as the guided mission, but now we have no support from Diana, our handler, and we have basically full freedom to take out the target, Calvin Ritter. So what we're going to do this time around is going for an accident kill, which people who play this game will tell you is like the best thing you can get in this game, as it will give you an easy silent assassin, as it'll give you an easy silent assassin rating. So with that said, let's go ahead and take out the same guy again, and let's hide him. Now here's the thing, you don't have to hide him since no one basically no one comes around this part, but it's just a thing it's just a thing once you play this game for a while. You just hide everybody you can, and you just make sure you take every precaution to get the best rating, unless you're playing the game to get challenges, which is definitely, I would say getting challenges in this game is a lot more fun than trying to go for Silent Assassin, because for Silent Assassin you have to be pretty good about everything what you're doing, and you have to make sure. So anyways, in order to get the accident kill, you have to pick up this rat poison that's down here, and we're going to go ahead and get this guy right here. This guy is disguised, has a security guard disguise, which is pretty good because normal disguises you can't really have any sort of weapon. With security guard disguises, however, you can pull out your weapons and no one will really tell you anything. the only thing people will tell you is other security guards telling you to holster things. So anyways, let's take him out. No one's gonna suspect anything because no one hears it, even though that was a pretty loud noise. We're going to hide him in here and take his disguise as security guard. And now we're security, so now we can basically go a lot of places on the yacht. I believe the only place we can't go is the private room and the very top deck. But basically, we have free access to the yacht. It's mainly the areas where the target's going to be, so let's go ahead and go. Oh wait, no, this isn't where we need to go to get the round disguise. So what you just saw there was the, I don't know what to call it, just the attention meter, I guess. That meter shows how close enforcers are to discovering who you are. You basically have like a few seconds, I would say, if you're too close. As the closer you are to the enforcer, the more higher, like the more faster that gauge is gonna go up. And once that fills out, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get identified as suspicious. And there are ways to escape being suspicious, but you basically just don't want to get identified as suspicious. So anyways, here we're going to right here we're going to just blend in again, but this time we're going to try and wait for the target right here. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to go to his glass of wine, poison this with the rat poison we picked up earlier, and blend in again. That poison we picked up earlier is emetic, and there are 3 types of poison in this game. There's emetic poison, which will cause the target to be nauseous and have to go to either a toilet or a trash can. There are sedated poisons, which will knock out a person, and it will knock them out unconscious, and it will still not, it won't take away your silent assassin rating. And there are lethal poisons, which kill the target and have it as a poison kill, which is essentially like an accident kill, but it's essentially like an accident kill in the way that you keep your silent assassin rating if they find the body. But anyways, with that said, there are 3 types of poisons. They all are good in their own little ways, and you basically just have to know how to use them. I mean, it's pretty easy to understand. Anyways, there goes our target. He's about to drink it and show what the emetic poison does.
Oh, man. I'm about to blow some chunk. Just step back, people. I may spew any second.
Now, one thing to note is if a person is an enforcer to you, when they're poisoned with emetic poison, they will lose their enforcer status and have basically the same thing as blending in.
Say what?
They will not be suspicious of you at any point, and we're about to show what an accident kill looks like.
Please don't move.
So that was our first accident kill of the game. Essentially, it just involves any method that could be perceived as an accident, such as drowning, falling object on their head, them falling off a railing or something like that. Basically, that's what an accident kill is. People will not be suspicious of it. And I'm going to wait here a bit, because I hope the guard will do something that I want to show off just for a little bit later. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. Hopefully he does, but if he doesn't do it by like 6 minutes, I'm going to just go ahead and leave. Because I know other guards will do it in the event that and the circumstances activate to when the guard's behavior will happen. He will do something, and I might just explain it later. You know what, I'll go ahead and just explain it. If the target is poisoned and they take too long in the bathroom by essentially just like drowning them, the guard will walk in after, I believe, you hide the body and get in with it. Because you can't enter a closet or a chest with the body inside of it. You, once you enter, the guard will walk in there and look around for the target.
Once again, great work, Initiate. This exercise is available for as long as you need. When you are ready to advance, you have only to let us know.
Yes, anyways. they'll look for the target, and eventually they'll just stop looking and walk off. That's what I was trying to show. There will be other instances where we can show that, and I got an achievement because I just haven't bothered to play this mission again, because I transferred my progress over. But anyways, we got a Silent Assassin. This is the best rating you can possibly get in the game. It's 5 stars, and it's like the best rating. Those 2 little guns that were on my screen earlier that were green, that's how you know you have a Silent Assassin rating. 5 stars is the best possible ranking you can get, and usually it involves to have like a pretty good run where no one spots you, no one spots bodies, no one spots bodies. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You just don't get spotted, no one spots bodies. It's basically that. But anyways, now that we have our freeform training over with, it's time we move on to the final test.
I just got word. Romania was a dead end.
You're saying that he lied?
Place is real enough. Deserted. But we found no trace that your man was ever there. Or anyone else for that matter.
Someone erased his steps.
We'll keep digging, of course. But frankly, it's as if the Earth just spat him out. Are you still determined?
Does it matter? I was told there'd be no second chances.
Don't believe everything you hear, Miss Burnwood.
My decision stands.
Very well. I'll be watching.
The final test is based on an authentic 1979 mission, the high point of training Director Soder's career as an active agent. The target was Jasper Knight, a famous US chess master exposed as a Soviet spy. Soder's caught up with Knight at a military airfield in Cuba and eliminated him against all odds. This will be your objective as well. Now listen carefully. ICA exams aren't normally this difficult. Not only was the airfield a virtual fortress, but he even added additional guards. Sodas wants you to fail. He considers you a threat, and this way, your unfortunate exit from the program won't raise any eyebrows. Well, if he thinks we're bowing out, he is sorely mistaken. Good luck, Initiate.
Yes. So now it's the final test, still in the ICA facility. This is based on a supposed 1979 mission by Eric Soders. And now we're introduced to another mechanic, eavesdropping, which is basically what name implies. You're just listening in on the conversation for information. Sorry.
Safety protocol for the jet. It's on the clipboard. Look, we really have to do this, all things considered.
We're putting a pasty-faced egghead inside a Mach 3 fighter jet. Yeah, I kinda think we do.
I get it. Safety first and all that.
I don't care which one of you does it, it's mandatory. Just tick the box and get it done.
So, Jasper Knight is leaving Cuba on a Soviet fighter jet, but first he needs to test the jet's safety features. Say you could somehow tamper with the ejector seat mechanism. You could presumably get Knight to trigger his own demise. That might just work.
So right here, we are introduced to a new mechanic in the game, which are mission stories. They are basically a way of assassinating your targets where the game can guide you through. Now, one thing to note about these is that there are 3 settings, which are full guidance, minimal guidance, and I believe just no guidance at all. Full guidance, it gives you markers as to where you can get the certain thing you need for the mission story. Minimal guidance gives you the like actual thing you need to get, but it doesn't give you a marker as to where to get the thing, like a disguise or an item. And no guidance just doesn't give you anything at all, and you have to figure out the mission story on your own. I used to play on full guidance, but I basically just stopped after a while because I learned that these mission stories were basically easy. And just like that, we were in a Silent Assassin rating and showed off hunted mode. Hunted mode basically means you got spotted doing illegal activity, and it basically just means that the guards will basically just shoot you on. No, what they will do first is they will attempt to arrest you at first, but if you do not give up, at first, they will just start shooting you, and you'll go into combat mode. Combat mode is self-explanatory. Guards will shoot you until you're dead. And I believe I already forgot where the safety protocol is at. I don't really feel like turning on what's it called.
Yeah, go ahead. I disabled the ejector seat mechanism.
Good man.
Okay, so like I was saying, I believe I forgot where it was because I haven't played this in a long time. But I don't know how to eliminate our target. I think I might follow this.
Think he's back home? This is Cuba. We got tons of rum, but vodka? Military airfield?
I know, but at least pretend you. That man is KGB.
Okay. I believe I've already forgotten where the safety protocol was at. But I don't know if I'm gonna, what's it called? I don't know if I'm gonna do it this way, because there are ways I'll have to take him out. I'll look for it for a bit, but if I don't find it, then I'm just going to skip it and just eliminate him in a certain manner. What I would like to discuss, however, is, what's it called?
Yeah, I snuck a peek, so shoot me.
I might just do that. Those are
I
military
for-
secrets.
Bunch of projector slides, travel route or something.
I forgot what I was going to talk
Well, there's a
about.
soldier coming by to fetch him, so stay
No.
clear, okay? Friendly advice.
Alright, him.
They don't want to do that. So, actually, I wasn't going to...
Sir, you're trespassing.
Okay.
Sir,
So,
follow me.
I just showed off a mechanic accidentally, and I was going to show off another one. I was going to say another one that accidentally popped up. So the first one I'm going to talk about is trespassing.
Once every couple of years.
That's good, sir.
If you're... Okay, so basically, when that yellow message pops up that says trespassing, essentially, if anyone spots you in that area, they'll say you're trespassing. If it's a guard, they will escort you out, and if it's a civilian, they will find a guard to escort you out. And there's another version of that kind of area where it's hostile area, where if anyone spots you in there, it's the same thing as civilians. But if it's a guard, they'll just start shooting you, and you'll activate combat mode, which you don't really want to do because combat is pretty hard to get out of. Once you're in there and all the guards start showing up, it's pretty hard to get out of if you don't know what you're doing, and it's pretty hard. And the other thing I was going to talk about was illegal actions. Illegal actions are essentially, if anyone spots you doing them, they're going to either become suspicious of you, or they're going to just know that you're doing something illegal, and they're going to immediately just know that you're not who you are, and they're going to get you compromised, which is another kind of mode in this, another kind of mode. When you're compromised, the people that spotted you will immediately spot you if they see you again, or they will see you if they notice you for too long, like an enforcer. And basically what happens is, you're basically, the name explains it, you're compromised, you can't really do all that much. You have to be careful because that disguise is ruined. You basically have to go through, like certain ways of playing the game at that point.
Right. Now to set the trap. The ejector seat mechanism has been disabled. You may need a tool to re-enable it.
Okay, so anyways, I forgot what I was going to talk about, but this
Well
mission...
done, Initiate. I dare say this is an accident waiting to happen.
So anyways, this was a mission story. Once it's completed, you got nothing else, and at that point, you are left up to improvise what to do after a mission story is completed. You basically just have to figure out what the mission story was setting up for by killing your target and the way it was setting it up. And in this instance, we have to wait for the target to come down here, which I believe will come down soon enough. I forgot how I was supposed to finish this off, but I think if I remember correctly.
How's the mechanic today?
Oh, that's right. You can just walk up here. I forgot mechanics for what's it called. So,
Just Knight, we gotta go over the safety protocol. Follow me, please.
Oh, must we really?
so that's one thing you can do. In certain disguises or mission stories, you can talk to your target to cause specific actions to happen, which will in turn cause something to happen. Like in this case, Jasper Knight will follow us as we must do the safety protocol, which, in case you don't realize, is going to cause him to die due to ejector seat, since we sabotaged that before. And we're going to cause him to die via ejector seat, but I don't want to say exactly how, since it's pretty funny. But anyways, your target will basically just follow you to the jet, and we have to do this in a way to complete the mission story. So anyways, as he approaches the jet, you just stand here and wait. That's a lot of how this game is going to go. You have to stand here and wait a lot. This game is a lot about timing and stuff like that.
Okay, Mr. Knight. Climb in the cockpit, please.
This game is a lot about timing, getting things right, making sure you set some things up.
All right. Easy. One step at a time.
You basically just have to get things right. You have to time it perfectly, you have to make sure everything's good. So anyways, let's get back to this.
Step 1. Strap yourself in.
Okay. All strapped in.
Step 2. Locate the ejector seat handle.
Yes, found it.
Step 3. Pull the ejector seat handle.
Right. Here it goes. Pull.
Target down. You did it. Now head towards an exit.
So, that was like an accident kill. He basically just went through the roof, which is obviously going to kill you if you're going at that speed. So, we did it. We passed the final test, and now we just leave the same way we came in, via a button. We didn't come in via a button, we exit through the button. So let's go.
Congratulations, Agent. You are cleared for field duty.
And just like that, we're cleared for field duty, and things are going good for us. And as you can see, this screen right here will show you challenges you completed. Anything that's grayed out are challenges you haven't completed. Anything that's colored in are challenges you have completed. I will not be going for challenges, as some of them are really cryptic, and some of them give you no description at all on how to complete them. There are many guides online on how to do redacted challenges and challenges in general. There are many guides about how to do every challenge in the game. If you want to look those up, you can, but for this Let's Play, I will not be doing these challenges. So with that, let's go ahead and continue. We got Skillful ICA Assassin. This is something new with Hitman 3. It's a little detail. It will give you a different title. It will give you a different title every time you complete a mission, depending on what rating you got. Sometimes you'll get like a Messy Amateur. In this case, I got Skillful ICA Assassin. So, yeah, that's basically this. It's very little, but it's a nice little detail.
I hope you know what you just did. The chopper leaves at dawn. Now get out of my sight.
So what happens now?
You go back into the world, disappear, stay on your own and on the move. When we need you, we will contact you.
And so does.
He played his hand, and he lost. He cannot touch us now. Still, I can't believe we beat him at his own game.
If you know your enemy.
Quite right. I should tell you, the trail went dead after Romania. Our team found no records of any kind. No name. Nothing.
I think they called me 47.
That's not a name.
So make it one.
All right. Agent 47.
were always the best. Nobody ever came close. You define the art, and it defines you. Your actions have changed the world. Powerful men have fallen by your hand, but by the same token, others have risen. Do you realize what kind of world you've been shaping? Does the ICA? Does your handler? I live in that world. I have seen the consequences. I have felt the cost. That's what defines me.
And with that, we're done with the final test and the prologue of Hitman World of Assassination Trilogy. So with that, thank you guys for watching. In the next episode, we will be conquering our first actual mission, Paris, in the Showstopper. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.